We cyclists are a notoriously tricky bunch to buy for. The things we do want, like a new T-type drivetrain or carbon wheels, cost a fortune. And let's be real, who needs a fifth pair of Share the Road socks or another cheesy bike-themed t-shirt? But don't worry, because this is where we come in. We've hand-picked a list of 10 pieces of gear plus one bonus item that we've been digging this past year and think you'll enjoy as well. So whether you're looking to get yourself a well-deserved gift or you're shopping for your favorite cyclist on your list, you are in the right place. But before I get going, go ahead and let us know in the comments what's on your cycling-related wish list this year. Let's start out with an item that all of us here at 99 Spokes have been using and enjoying for quite some time. And those are the Smith Wildcat glasses. In this case, specifically with the photochromic lenses. These lenses adapt to changing light conditions. So on a damp, rainy P&W day, they function like clear lenses. But on a sunny, bright day, they work like traditional lenses, and of course, anywhere in between. This eliminates the need of bringing extra lenses and having to swap them out ride by ride. If that sounds like something you could be interested in, we have an affiliate link to purchase these from Smith's website down in the description. Now, a lot of the stuff we're going to be talking about today, we do have affiliate links for. You're not going to get charged anymore by buying through there, but we will get a small kickback, and that'll just help us continue to do the stuff that we love doing, and hopefully you love enjoying as well. Now, on to item number 2, the High Above Venture Hip Pack that Brian has been loving on his longer rides. It feels small and comfortable when carrying just the essentials, but the flap design and strap system let you haul quite a bit when you need to. Like 2 pounds of chanterelle mushrooms when Brian ran into a nice stack on one of his trail rides and needed to bring them home. Access into your stuff in the bag is simple and fast with the Fidlock buckles, and the expandable bottle system lets you clip on pouches for 1 or 2 bottles or leave them off for a more minimal pack. Lastly, it's incredibly well made, and High Above offers a lifetime warranty on it, so should be a gift that keeps on giving. We have a link to High Above's website down in the description where you can learn about this pack and everything else that they make. Now, presents for your favorite cyclist don't always have to have the newest, fanciest tech. Case in point, our next item, the Park Tools MB1 Magnetic Parts Bowl. These are a lifesaver, and not just while working on bikes. Scott actually takes his on pretty much all of his honeydew projects around the house to make sure he's not losing any small bolts or screws. And at just $10, it is the cheapest item on our list. You can buy that from Jensen USA down there in the description. Pivoting now from a tried and true classic to one of our most recent finds, the Cyclists AS2 Pro Max. Scott's a bit of a cyberpunk and refuses to use a floor pump, so whenever he's not at home with his home shop and his air compressor, he's always used a Craftsman battery-operated handheld inflator. But recently, Scott discovered the tiny but mighty AS2 Pro Max from Cyclists. According to Scott, this little powerhouse is perfect for everything from a quick 2 psi top-up to fully inflating a 2.4-inch mountain bike tire. Its compact size and wireless rechargeable design means that, in theory, it can even replace your hand pump or CO2 cartridge on your ride. So, if you're ready to join Scott in his dystopian future, then you know what to do. I, however, will not be heading in that direction because, as the resident 99 Spokes Neanderthal, I'll stick with my Lazine Pressure Overdrive. And that just so happens to be the 5th item on our gift guide. The biggest thing that sets this pump apart from other floor pumps is its secondary chamber that can be inflated separately from the tire and then released all at once, making tubeless setup quick and painless. Plus, the analog gauge ensures accurate PSI readings, and the wooden handle adds a touch of elegance to an already impressive tool. At just under $150 from Jensen USA, it's a relatively affordable way to make a major upgrade to your current floor pump. And to be honest, not having to go to your local bike shop and have them help you with tubeless setup anymore is pretty much priceless. Up next are the TRP DHR Evo brakes, which offer impressive braking power and modulation for the price. It's so good, in fact, that many of us here at 99 Spokes are swapping our tried and true Shimano or SRAM brakes for these new, more affordable options from TRP. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to run a high-quality, powerful set of brakes before, then you might not think you need them. But I can almost guarantee you'll ride with more confidence and control once you experience the added stopping power, making them a go-to upgrade for your current trail, enduro, or even cross-country bike. Speaking of upgrades, once you've got yourself a pair of TRPs, why not go the extra mile and trick your bike out with some Freedom Coast levers? Now, this is admittedly the most over-the-top suggestion on our list. But for the cyclist who already has it all, including a pair of SRAM or TRP brakes, sorry Shimano owners, it could be the ticket. Scott purchased a pair of these last year, and ever since, I kid you not, has been recommending them to anyone who will listen. For him, the standout feature is the hooked-in feel that makes single-finger braking a dream. Of course, there's a bit more technical nuance and wizardry that goes into the design, and you can read more about that on the Freedom Coast website linked below. Our next two items on the gift guide are both tires, and this first one comes from Brian. He's been riding his Pirelli Cinturado Gravel M's for a while now, and living in Bellingham, Washington, his gravel rides always consist of a mix of fire roads, single track, and pavement. This is the first tire he's found that doesn't feel like a compromise in any one of those different types of terrain. The tire does this by having a tightly packed ridge of knobs down the middle of the tread that rolls fast on pavement, paired with some larger side lugs that still feel super grippy off-road. Widths range from 35 to 50 millimeters, which means in theory, you could squeeze a set onto your all-road bike all the way up to maxing out your adventure-ready gravel bike. Best yet, they're actually on sale right now, and we've got a link to buy them down in the description. As promised, our second to last item is another tire, and this one is coming from yours truly. Now, if you've watched many of our reviews, you know I'm not a huge fan of ultra grippy tires on trail bikes. In the past, I've usually opted for a more middle-of-the-road setup, like a pair of Minions or Dissectors. But recently, I started playing around with some lighter weight, faster rolling tires, more specifically, the Maxxis Recons, and I've been absolutely loving it. I found that less rolling resistance translates to more fun, both on the way up and, of course, coming back down. The reduced grip is easy to adapt to, and the faster trail speeds and easier climbing are a true game changer. Now, I'm a bit of a Maxxis fanboy, and that's why I have the Recon linked in the description, but there are other great options from other manufacturers out there. Some of those include the Schwalbe Knobby Nick, the WTB Trail Boss, and the Specialized Ground Control. The final item on our holiday gift guide is very timely, and that's because it's one of my favorite winter pieces of gear, the Fox Ranger Fire Gloves. These are the best insulated gloves that I've found for chilly winter rides, striking the perfect balance between finger dexterity and warmth. Now, keep in mind that these gloves are not actually waterproof, so if you live in an area where you get a lot of cold rain, it might not be a good option for you. But if you live in a place like I do here in Bend, Oregon, that has cold, dry winters, then let me tell you, these guys are a game changer. Keep an eye out for these trusty gloves to be making plenty of appearances in our upcoming reviews. So there you have it, 10 riding essentials that we think you should add to your wish list this year. But as promised, we do have one bonus item, once again, coming from me. Now, my wife and I were fortunate enough to have a baby girl this last September, but I was not about to let that stop me from working on my backyard jumps. And thankfully, I found the Wildbird Aerial Front Infant Carrier. This thing has proven to be comfy for both me and my daughter, and more importantly, is IHDI certified to make sure she's safe and secure. So on the off chance that you're a new parent as well, we've gone ahead and left a link in the description. I hope you enjoyed our holiday gift guide. Now, if you have any suggestions for other riders, we'd love to hear about those, as well as any questions about the products we talked about today. Again, they're all things that the three of us here at 99 Spokes have a lot of experience with, and we love to share with you what we know. Thanks again for tuning in. We'd love it if you go ahead and click that like button and subscribe to the channel before you get out of here. And of course, remember that bikes are for everyone. Have fun out there.